First, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight, just everybody for being here. Obviously, when you're nominating candidates, it's an important night, and it's made all the more important by the fact that you were interested enough in coming. Thank you very much. Next, I want to thank everybody here who's on the ballot and is about to get nominated tonight. Much of the government of any municipality in Connecticut, and this Danbury especially, is done by volunteers. Your city council, your board of ed, your zoning commission, those jobs, you don't get paid for those jobs. In fact, they usually cost you money. They certainly cost you time away from other things that you like to do, from your work, from your family. It's a big commitment, but it's necessary to making the city of Danbury a great place to live, and part of that is running for office. And thank you very much from myself and the whole party for being willing to be our candidates this year. Next, I would like to call on Tom Saadi for purposes of a nomination for town clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's my pleasure to stand here tonight before my fellow Democrats and I think a few Republicans. You're welcome as well. We are the big party with the Big Ten. To nominate our town clerk, Lori Kaback, for a third term. We all know that Lori doesn't brag about her success or the success of the office, but she really is a great town clerk and a great lady. The town clerk's office, for those of you who don't know, is basically responsible for all our records, almost from cradle to grave. Birth certificates, marriage licenses, business registration, land records, and the like. But before becoming town clerk, Lori worked in every aspect of the office under one of our great town clerks, probably our greatest town clerk, Mike Tweezer-Seary. So she learned every aspect of that office and now applies that to ensure that the office has good customer service for every citizen of Danbury. Let's remember, though, when Lori first ran, many people said she couldn't win. Then when she ran a second time, many people said she can't get reelected. That was a fluke. But I can tell you that she won by such a large margin the last time. I think the only thing to show that up is by winning by a larger margin this time, and I know you will do that.
No pressure.
But why? Why do I believe that? It's simple. She is one clerk that gets the job done for everyone. Unlike many others in politics, she excels in her job because she wants to provide customer service. That is done without looking for praise or adoration. Whether in the office or on the campaign trail, I think we all know that Lori will give 110% throughout this election and then after November. I know that Lori will work hard for the entire ticket, from our mayoral candidate right on down, and this is no disparaging remark, right through Board of Ed and constables, all the way to the end of the ballot. And remember, folks, that ballot is a long ballot. Go all the way down when you're voting and pulling for that Democratic ticket. She will work to restore and continue to restore good government in the town clerk's office and with the rest of us throughout this city hall and this city. So it is with great pride that I place the nomination in the name of Lori Kaback for a third term to be our town clerk. Thank you.
All those in favor of nominating Lori Kaback for a third term as our town clerk? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Seeing none, the motion carries. Lori. Lori intended to give the briefest speech tonight, but Zach just screwed that up.
I just want to say thank you for putting your trust in me as I embark on my third term as town clerk. I pledge to work harder than ever and welcome the help of all of you. As always, if I can be of help to you regarding whatever needs you may need in the town clerk's office, please feel free to call me at any time. Thank you again, and good luck to all the candidates.
Next, I would like to recognize Ellen Cooke for purposes of a nomination for city clerk.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor tonight to nominate Eileen Caladarchi for the office of city clerk in a career that has spanned 3 decades of service to the city of Danbury. Eileen has served in public policy and press relationship of Connecticut General Assembly as Senator Jim Maloney's administrative assistant. She has worked for Western Connecticut State University in areas of research, public relations, and special events. She is also a Justice of the Peace of the State of Connecticut. Eileen is a native of Danbury and a graduate from Western Connecticut State College. She is a part of the fabric of our fair city. To show her dedication to the city, Eileen has served on the Common Council for 9 years, served for 2 years as legislative leader. She served on the AIDS Task Force, spent 3 years involved with the Church Youth Services, and currently represents the 2nd Ward on the Democratic Town Committee, just to say a few of her accomplishments. Eileen is hardworking, diligent, and loyal, and has a solid business background. I am once pleased, proud, and honored to nominate Eileen Caladarchi for the office of City Clerk. She is clearly the right choice for the position. Thank you.
Thank you. Chair would like to recognize Bernie Gallo for purposes of a second.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow committee members, candidates, and fellow Democrats.
All those in favor of nominating Eileen Caladarchi as the Democratic candidate for City Clerk? Aye. Opposed? Seeing none, the motion carries. Eileen.
Thank you. Thank you, Ellen and Bernie, for those kind words. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I also want to thank my family. I always leave them out. So my husband is here, Emil, my son Chris, my mom Jean, my mother-in-law Marie, my sister Kathy from Ohio, my son Richard, and my daughter-in-law Jenna said they can't be here because they're living in Brooklyn now. I also want to thank you all for being here and for the support of the Democratic Party on this very important evening. I appreciate this chance to run for City Clerk again. I have come close before, and I know that this is the year of the Democrats. Danbury is a very important part of my life, and I promise I will work hard during this campaign to become our next City Clerk. As City Clerk, I promise you that I will be fiscally responsible by ensuring timely filings, by following all schedules and knowing when all paperwork is due. I promise you that I will be available to the public when they need to access records, and more importantly, I will be available to the Common Council, our legislative body. I look forward to serving the people of Danbury as City Clerk and working with the Common Council to make our Danbury government truly accessible. My service on the Common Council and working with many state and local agencies has prepared me for this position, and I will work hard both on the campaign trail and after my election to bring the government to the people where it belongs. I accept this nomination tonight, and I am ready to run a strong and spirited campaign. I look forward to working with everyone in this room and the Democrats of Danbury. We must work together to elect our full team. We have a great team, and on November 3rd, we will bring the Democrats back to City Hall.
Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the chair would like to recognize Bruce Lees for purposes of a nomination for mayor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I would like to nominate somebody for the office of mayor of the city of Danbury, a person who grew up and loves his city and its people, a person with the highest integrity, the character, who has earned the respect of both the community and his place of employment over the tenure of both, a person who has consistently given of himself to this and the surrounding community through the various nonprofit work as well as the youth coaching experience. A person who has the skills not only to win this election, but to do it an exceptional job as mayor of the city of Danbury. And a person who is willing to put a successful corporate career aside to restore the leadership and the direction this community needs. Therefore, you can tell I'm rushing for it. You know, I'm rushing.
We're running ahead. So
I know, that's all. I got plenty of time. Therefore, it's my distinct honor to nominate as our candidate for the office of mayor for the city of Danbury, Gary M. Concalves.
good job. Thank you, Bruce. All those in favor of Gary M. Goncalves as a Democratic candidate for mayor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Seeing none. Gary M. Goncalves.
Mr. Chairman, members of the Democratic Town Committee, fellow candidates, family and friends, residents of Danbury, good evening. I stand in front of you tonight with both humility and pride. I am humbled by the fact that you have placed your confidence in my ability to run as your endorsed Democratic candidate for mayor, and I am proud to accept your nomination. I will carry our Democratic banner with conviction and integrity straight through to our election victory in November and beyond. I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone here for your continued support of my candidacy since we first announced in March of this year. Our campaign has been well planned, executed, and well received by the residents of Danbury. Our volunteers have been energetic and my campaign staff exceptional. But a reminder, we all have miles to go before we sleep. The good news is that with the strong slate of candidates we have this year, the people of Danbury have a chance to change the future for the better. To be more specific, no more consecutive years of tax increases or increased city fees. No more big-ticket bonding purchases with their associated long-term debt extending far into the future. No more decreases in city services. No more treating the city charter as a suggestive document, rather than the constitution of this city as was intended with its creation. No more catering to special interests, such as the tax breaks for residential developers. And no more fear-mongering to advance individual interests. My administration will be characterized by visibility, approachability, and accountability. We will relieve the tax burden on our citizens. We will support our fine schools and the children of Danbury by keeping educators in the classroom. We will restore the quality of life within our city by creatively stimulating the downtown area, attracting new businesses, and more quality job opportunities for our citizens. We will ease traffic congestion by establishing and implementing a bold new traffic improvement plan. And perhaps most importantly, we will reunite our community with all our diverse constituencies, working together for the common good of Danbury. The time for change has come, and I promise the people of Danbury to be a mayor of the people, by the people, and always for the people. So help me God. Before I officially close, let me just say that I'm very comfortable up here staring out at the audience here in the Common Council chambers, and I imagine I'll be more comfortable up here. Thank you, and God bless this great city and this great nation. Thank you.